What's up, fight fans? Welcome back to Sportskeeda MMA news. Israel Adesanya calls Jake Paul the greatest boxer of all time. Sean O'Malley throws the ceremonial first pitch at an Arizona Diamondbacks game. McGregor and Kevin Hart FaceTime each other. Daniel Cormier believes Sean O'Malley doesn't understand the art of commentary. Ali Abdelaziz calls Michael Chandler fake. Why did he say this? Find out on today's edition of Sportskeeda MMA news. Not many UFC fighters were on Jake Paul's side at first. Can't say the same about Adesanya though, as he's always had a certain amount of respect for Paul. Izzy backed this up as he was hanging out with Alexander Volkanovski. The two were playing a guessing game where they would see an image of a tattoo and try to guess which fighter it belonged to. When a picture of Jake Paul popped up, both Volkanovski and Adesanya immediately knew who it belonged to.
Oh, I know this. The greatest boxer of all time.
3, 2, 1.
Jake Paul.
Volkanovski wasn't the most accurate in this guessing game. I mean, he really confused Yoel Romero and John Jones. Come on, Volk. When the featherweight champion was able to quickly recognize the problem child, another person in the room expressed shock that he could match the link with the fighter so quickly. Israel doubled down on why it's not alarming that the featherweight champion recognized these tattoos, though.
Yeah, I don't know that one. The greatest boxer of all time.
Which fighter has the best ink in your opinion? Let us know in the comments. Hold on tight, Dana. It looks like Sugar might have some options. The longtime Arizona resident took to a baseball field and showed that he's not just fight savvy, but he can throw a mean pitch too. It's just throwing a pitch, right? Could it really be all that difficult? Well, ask Conor McGregor or Derek Lewis, and well, they'll probably tell you that they don't want to talk about it. Comparatively, O'Malley did phenomenally well and has vindicated the MMA community. Sean O'Malley joked about getting a contract to be a Diamondback pitcher after throwing one of the better first pitches that MMA fans have witnessed. However, we're an MMA page, so we aren't quite sure what a good pitch looks like. McGregor did better than me, and that one was pretty awful. Our channel is a lot like baseball. You can hit that subscribe button so you make sure to catch all of our future videos. While Conor McGregor and Kevin Hart sound like a great time together, whiskey and tequila are better off being separated. Kevin recently travelled to Dublin, Ireland and went to visit Conor McGregor's pub, the Black Forge Inn. The Notorious and Hart FaceTimed while the comedian was visiting and supporting the Irishman's business. McGregor acknowledged that him and Hart are cut from the same cloth because they're both hard-working people.
Yeah, my man, I'm in here, I'm getting a massage, I'm about to get my second training session of the day in. I'm working hard, but same as yourself, I appreciate and respect hard workers, bro, and that's what you are. Congrats on the tequila with one, congrats on everything you're doing, the sold out shows in Ireland, putting that graft in, brother. I have all the respect in the world for you, and enjoy yourself on my premise, the Black Forge in Dublin 12 Ireland.
Not only are they similar to each other because they work hard, but they are both also part of their own liquor brands. McGregor is the founder of Proper 12 Irish Whiskey, and Hart collaborated with Jean Domingo, a tequila specialist, to produce Gran Coromino tequila. Hart has been touring in Ireland as part of the Reality Check tour. While there are many sights to see and places to be in Dublin, visiting McGregor's establishment was probably very high on Hart's to-do list. It's no secret that Daniel Cormier, along with others, we won't call you out by name, Joe Rogan, have been criticised for biased commentary in the past. Cormier has recently been under fire as Sean O'Malley stated that DC's commentary drives him crazy. Sugar thinks that Cormier is looking too far into his injuries, almost making him sound frail. He went as far as to say that Cormier wants to see him lose. Is that true? Let's see what DC has to say about it.
He says that I want to see him lose right afterwards. And I think it was tongue-in-cheek. See, that was one of the things that I didn't see on my show yesterday, was that when they showed me the clip, I didn't see him kind of laugh it off. I didn't see that. But my point was, I don't feel like, I don't really have a dog in the race, a horse in the race. I don't have a dog in the fight. I really don't.
Cormier wants it to be known that he's neither rooting for or against Sean, but rather he doesn't care because it ultimately doesn't affect him. Where O'Malley hears poor commentary, Cormier feels he's doing his job, a job that he thinks Sean is unable to do. This isn't a tongue-in-cheek type relationship that has finally boiled over. In fact, the two were rather amicable when they first met years back. DC recounted their first interaction.
Sean and I have this weird little dynamic, and I don't know where it stems from, because the first time I met Sean, This was in the beginning of his career. I remember he won on the Contender Series, and there was a lot of hype around Sean right away. And I remember sitting with him and talking to him about being in Montana to do a wrestling clinic and how he grew up and all these things about his childhood. And it seemed fine.
Sugar isn't the first fighter to call out a member of the broadcasting booth, and he certainly won't be the last. However, these conversations are probably more beneficial than they are harmful. O'Malley will be in action on July 2nd at UFC 276, where he takes on his toughest test to date, Pedro Munoz. How do you feel about Cormier's commentary? Let us know down below. While the whole world lauded Michael Chandler's knockout over Tony Ferguson and his professional wrestling-esque call-out afterwards, Ali Abdelaziz seems to be the one person that hated it. Why? Well, that's Ali for you. The most enthusiastic part of Chandler's call-out was directed at Conor McGregor, which got the crowd really into it. Abdelaziz, who has a bitter history with McGregor, not only reassured us that he doesn't like the Irish superstar, but he also isn't a fan of the trash-talking version of Chandler. Ali thinks that Chandler and McGregor are bad for the sport. When speaking to Sherdog, he said,
anything McGregor does is people tune in because you have like a fake army, you know? Not a real army. And Mike Chandler too is, this guy in Bellator, he never talk. Now he talk because he watched a couple of WWE film and he act like the Undertaker or something, you know? It's all fake, it's not real, you know? The real is Khabib, Justin Gaethje, Kamaru Usman.
Michael Chandler didn't only call out McGregor, but he also expressed interest in a rematch against either Justin Gaethje or Charles Oliveira, the two fighters that battled for the title after Chandler's call-outs. Oliveira won the fight, but was ineligible to keep his title due to him missing weight. The lightweight division is as stacked as it's ever been, so for Chandler to call out both a title fight and a money fight, both in one epic promo, was rather smart. Though Ali doesn't approve, fans around the world are sure to tune in the next time he steps into the octagon. Does trash talking not suit Michael Chandler? Let us know what you think. That about does it for Sportskeeda MMA news. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And Conor hasn't won a fight in 6 years. Give that man a title shot. At this point, Jake Paul versus Conor McGregor makes sense. 2022 shit. For updates, quotes, and exclusive interviews from all your favorite fighters, follow Sportskeeda MMA on Twitter and Instagram. Thanks for tuning in.